Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger, and yes, look what we have here. I told you it'd be back, I promised you it'd be back, and it's back. Euro Truck Simulator 2. I think the music's a little too loud. Okay. So, to keep things very simple and to keep things easier for me to keep track of, I'm keeping some very basic mods going on. I'm using Truck Sim Map again because I like it and it's easier to deal with than Pro Mods. Pro Mods is a great mod, don't get me wrong, I'm not putting it down. I just prefer Truck Sim Map. I'm using the Jazzy Cat trailer mods and the Jazzy Cat traffic mods, and that's it. Truck Sim Map, extra trailers, extra traffic. That's it. No prettification mods, no skin mods, no nothing else in my main game playthrough. Now the only thing is that I'm not doing a realistic economy yet. I haven't downloaded that. I'm going to for a much more difficult economy. But for this first trip, we can just go without and earn a little bit of extra money. By the next one, I'll have a realistic economy downloaded, hopefully. So, we're going with man this one. I'm going to stick with what I said before when I tried to bring Euro Truck back but didn't. And I'm going to go with man truck. I'm going to shy away from Scania and Volvo, my two favorites, and I'm going to go with the man truck. I know it's M-A-M. Look, I've even heard it pronounced on television, okay? They call it man. So I'm going to call it man. Just like I try to pronounce Renault properly instead of calling it Renault. Okay? So, with that being said, let's do our first job. I already got the whole tutorial thing out of the way. That quick little, you drive 10 feet and... Alright, here we go. Now, my starting city is in Essen. I love starting in Essen, and I'm always going to start there because you're surrounded by all these little towns here. So it makes it easier for getting jobs locally, especially when you start a new driver. Anywhere else, you're a little bit more spread out, so I love starting in Essen. So, price per distance is what we prefer rather than maximum amount, because even though you get 2,654 euros rather for this, you get 13.79. This one you get 13.82, which is 3 more cents per kilometer than this. So I drive further in this, but I make more in this overall. That's just how I prefer it. I prefer more per mile than just more overall in most cases. So this would be the most. Jeez, this is a short run. It's like next town over. I'm not going to take that one though. So we're not taking the fertilizer. We have carpets. And that's a man truck. I believe this is an Iveco with diapers, of all things. Motor oil, of course, this is Scania. And then the big Scania is potatoes. Normally I take this at 16,650. But this really, it's 10 cents difference. But once I get into a man truck, that's pretty much all I'm going to drive is that man truck. So I like to drive other things, and like I said, these are Scanias, and yeah, so we'll take this one. Because I'm as much for variety as I am for money as well. I love taking trailers I've never taken before, and routes into cities I've never been to before. Those tend to be my priority over how much I get paid. So... Alright, I was worried about my frames per second there because they actually went down, they were actually down to 15, but they came back up, thankfully. That sounds nice, honestly. Alright, in gear. Let's go. The other thing about Truck Sim Map is it doesn't seem to be as intense on my computer as Pro Mods tends to be when I'm recording. I get better frames, although in town I still don't get a lot. One of these days I'll... yeah, let's just do 4% damage right away. How did I get up to 7 so fast? Whatever. I'm a little rusty. So, yeah, 4% damage right off the bat. New driver. Woof. That's close. Alright, I think we're good. So, yeah, I'm really rusty right now. I also don't know, like, the volume, how well the volume's going to be, so it's going to be a little work in progress till I get it straightened out. So I do have a super save on deck. Super save is a game that has full levels, everything unlocked, and all that good stuff. So why do I have the super save? Well, because hopefully starting tomorrow, I believe. Ooh, I have new mail. Yay. Let's just pop in fourth gear because, you know, I forgot to step on the accelerator. I really got to get back in the groove of this game. I really want American Truck Simulator to come out, but it just seems like that's still far away. And nothing really new coming out that I truly really want until November, when Binding of Isaac Rebirth and Far Cry 4 come out. Apparently Truck Sim has never fixed that glitch there in Essen. But yeah, so it kind of made sense to go back to Euro Truck for sure. Normally, I remember when I play, I went straight. Apparently, I get to turn here. Well, I don't have my mirror, so I can't see. And I don't remember which one brings up my mirror. That's always fun, isn't it? I'm just realizing I don't have my side mirror up, so I can't see what the hell I'm doing. Throttle brakes, retard, show hide side mirrors, F2, right, okay. There we go. Dirt. No wonder things didn't seem right. I would like to find the smaller side mirror mod, though. That was really nice, but it's not necessary right now. So I do have pretty much all the options on, except I don't have the rumble stripes on. I actually remembered to shut that off. I have the no speed limiter set up, so I turned that off. What else? Oh, I have air brake simulation and realistic fuel consumption as well. So there's that. Who knows, maybe someday I'll get a steering wheel. The reality is, if I can't get the Logitech G series steering wheel, was it the G27, then I won't have a steering wheel, which means I'll probably never get a steering wheel. I'm sorry, just even if I had the money, I would second guess it. You're talking $240 some odd for a steering wheel, with the pedals and stuff. That's nuts. Convenient, yes, but still. Oh, not that one. Next one. That's alright. I'll just do what I usually do in this. Just continue right over the lines. I need the dashboard mod too. Trying to keep it as simple as possible, but there are some mods I'd really like. And the dashboard one that made the dashboard larger and easier to read is definitely a mod I would like. So I'll see if I can find them later. Just in case this idiot decides to stop. So it's going to be a little bit before I unlock all cargos, but when I do, I'm going to go over the new Jazzy Cat trailer mod that I have. And now I have 3 trailer mods from Jazzy Cat, the typical 3. I have the base trailer mod, which adds tons of skins and new trailers and cargo. I have the military trailer mod, which adds military vehicles, tanks, and whatnot. And I finally also have the train mod that adds train cars and train engines and whatnot. Oops. I say that's actually my lights. I was looking for cruise control, forgetting where I put it. Let's slow down for this corner. I know I probably won't tilt over, but still. I should probably move over lanes because I'm going to slow down a lot. A lot of people will understand why a lot of people who watch my videos regularly will understand that I don't like the inside lane, because the inside lane often turns into an off-ramp. And I don't like that. I gotta clean my computer too, my my video card and my CPU. I clean them once a month, and it's just about cleaning time. That's why when it loads up the new area, we're getting those minor hitches. So for anyone who's wondering my setup, I'll mention this every so often, not in every video, but in some videos. I use a Logitech F310 controller. It's very much like a PlayStation controller with Xbox buttons. It's kind of the best of both worlds. It's a little bit thicker than a PlayStation controller. It's a little bit shorter. So it's actually more comfortable in larger hands, which I happen to have. And the bumpers on it are they're a little stiff. Even after having this controller for about 2 years now, they're still really stiff. So it can get tiring to hold down the accelerator for a while. So I have the accelerator on the right bumper and the brake on the left bumper. That gives me control over how much throttle and how much brake I apply. I have the steering on the... I don't know why I'm approaching slowly. I just am. I have the steering on the right stick. No, on the left stick, sorry. On the left stick. And I have my... looking around left, right, up, and down on the right stick. My gear change is when I shift up is my A button, and when I shift down it's my X button. I mean my Y button. My left and right is X and B. Now you got to remember these are actually laid out in a PlayStation pattern, not the Xbox pattern. A little low in the gearing, but it'll work. And then I have like my wipers and whatnot bound to the various what they call hat positions or D-pad. And I have my horn and my light horn to my joystick buttons themselves. I can show you all later, actually, if you want. I use my webcam. Not quite the lineup I want, but I can readjust it after. I didn't turn nearly early enough. So, yeah, we're going to end up re-straightening this thing out. I'm almost sure of it. Because I'm going to colossally fuck this up. You know, close though. I might be able to, no, I'm not going to be able to save it. Close for a colossal fuck up. Oh! Okay. So we do have some damage to it. At least it said we did. But it didn't. That's strange. As far as I know, I don't have the Just Play mod on, but I've got to make absolutely sure. Alright, so my first one always goes into 1 point to long distance. So, no, we gotta go profiles. Edit profile. I don't even think I'm logged in. Yeah, I didn't. I'll log in after I stop the recording. Model, map. Definitions for... No, I don't have a Just Play that I can tell, but I'll log in after. Alright, that was really short, so we can do one more. Yeah, I don't want any mod packs either to make my trucks look weird and fancy. I want to stick with the basics. Maybe get some chassis, but that's it. Because I like the chassis. No engine mods, just chassis mods at most. I'm not going to go nuts with the mods like I was doing. Alright, so our quick jobs. A disassembled house. Sports equipment. That's in a Scania. That's in a MAN. That's pretty cool. This is a Volvo. Flowers. Fertilizer in a Mercedes. Or motor oil. I'm going to be driving in a MAN. Yeah, I'm going to be driving a MAN. This is... So we're eliminating these because Scania, Volvo, like I said, I'm just shying away from them for now. We're going to be in a MAN truck, so I'd like to avoid this for a little while. So we either take 18 tons of fertilizer or 7 tons of motor oil. Let's drive the Renault. Yeah, let's drive the French truck. Why not? All right. All right. Now we can make sure we're not banging the trailer. I wonder if there's an option to turn, like, it gets damaged, but you don't get penalized for damage. I don't know, because I definitely want damage to count. That's for sure. Alright, we're good. And yeah, we're way too high up in the revs there, so I still drive like I'm driving a car. Or even a bus. Tend to go high in the revs. Come on. No air horn. God, that's the horn. It sounded like a computer error. Well, one thing's for sure. When you're hauling 7 tons, it doesn't matter what you're driving. As you know, too high again. I praise the Renaults as a starting truck. They're good starter trucks. But when it comes to them being high-end, when you start getting to the big and heavy cargos, yeah, they pretty much fall to last place. Although I can see a lot of changes in the game just recently. Like when I step on the brake here, you see it lights up on the dashboard there. A lot of nice new changes to the game. Profile changes and whatnot. Ugh, I hate this. This wall. I always feel like I'm going to hit it. The worst thing you can possibly do is braking on a corner. So you know I do that all the time. Because if I didn't, it wouldn't be me. So anyone who's watched me knows that I like to usually run around 100 kilometers an hour, which is only 10 kilometers more than the game limit, where the speed limiter sets you at 90. But once in a while, and the main reason I have the limiter shut off is I do open up the throttle for what I feel is like emergency purposes, like when I really push the limit on what I'm doing. Yeah, no, not a lot of point in shifting because we're going to turn here. So like if I'm close to being tired, but I'm pushing for the next stop rather than the one I'm at, or if I haven't been paying attention and I'm getting really tired and I realize, uh-oh, I have a long way to go. Yeah, that will cause me to open up the throttle and basically barrel for the next point. Fortunately, I don't, there's still kind of like lane here. I don't get this. I mean, it seems like you should be able to drive across it, but then the white lines here that I'm driving over at this moment, you really shouldn't be. So, go figure, but I use them regardless, which I really shouldn't. Does that look like a cool trailer? That's a cool trailer right there. Oops, a little bit high. There we go. Set our cruise control up for 100. That sounds like a lot, man. Oh, you're going 100 kilometers an hour. I'm not even quite going 60, I don't think. I'm going like 57, 58 miles per hour. Just as an American, it just feels, like you're going, says, you're going 100 kilometers an hour because you're so used to doing miles per hour, which I never quite understood that, system. It's like where most of the world works off the metric system, which is very even and clear cut and, works in perfect increments of everything. Oops, sorry. The, what they call standard system, I don't know what's standard about it, because nothing is, you like, there's there's like 100 millimeters in a centimeter, I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then there's 100 centimeters in a meter, and it breaks down like that. In the standard system, there's, it's what? Freaking 12 inches to a foot, 3 feet to a yard, and something like 5,000 something. Not feet. Kind of lost what I was talking about. I was saying, and I don't know how many yards per mile, but it's ridiculous numbers that don't match up. Sadly, I'm used to using the standard because I was brought up, when that was still the big thing to use here, and it's more and more getting to the metric system, and eventually, hopefully, it'll do away with the standard system. So everything becomes a little more universal. I love runs like this. Just nice, easy, slow. No, not slow, but I call them slow. It's cruise runs. Runs where you set the cruise control and you just go. You don't have to worry about, bumping around traffic. You're not constantly switching lanes. You're not dealing with, hills and curves and country roads. Especially you're hauling a light load, especially, for the truck that you're using. 7 tons of motor oil, that ain't nothing for any truck, even a Renault. Renault's not a bad truck. To me, saying that there's a bad truck in Euro Truck is like saying that there's a bad episode of Avatar. Now, I'm not a big fan of Avatar because I didn't really watch it, but I do recognize that it's a really good animated series, and that it deals with adults and kids on a perfect level. It's done something few, if any, cartoons have ever managed to do. And even its quote-unquote here, don't skewer me, bad episodes are not that bad. It's kind of like saying they're the worst of the best, because there's no such thing as a truly bad episode. And that's, to me, the same thing in Euro Truck. Saying something's a bad truck is just saying it's not as good as, the best truck. I don't know how to explain it beyond that. There's just really no such thing as bad. It's just, not great, I guess you could say. Yeah, so we're almost done with this delivery, and this will be the end of this episode. And tomorrow, like I said, I'll probably do... why don't we fall in behind this guy rather than killing ourselves trying to overtake him? So I will probably try and do a truck showcase on this new Super Save. We'll see how that works out. If not, then I'm just going to do another delivery run, hopefully with a difficult, a realistic economy mod installed. And I'm going to try and find the dashboard and possibly the small mirror mods, hopefully. Hopefully. Huh, looks like there's either a dealership or a recruitment agency up here. That's cool. And I will do another OMG trailers, for, showcasing the Jazzy Cat trailers, once I get my own truck and get all the categories unlocked. So, once I get... they may not include the hazmat trailers, although it should. But unlocking all the hazmat takes a while. Light's gonna go red, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Can I even see the light? Yeah, I can. Come on, light. There ain't even nothing coming. That's not good. Truck just sitting there. Looks stuck, if I'm to be honest. Oh God, really? Pretty sure I can get around this guy if I'm careful. As he's trying to turn and he can't. They're trying to turn and they can't. Yeah, he's stuck. Completely. Wheels in the ground. Fortunately, I can get around. That's just some of what happens in the game when you use mods. It can't be helped. Just, you hope you don't see it too often. Now, I could cheat here if I wanted to. You want to cheat at times like this, and you don't want to wait for the red light, you just cut over the sidewalk right there. But, I don't feel like it. I feel like obeying the law. Come on, light. There we go. And for the record, I hate this delivery point. Not too bad right now because I'm hauling a regular trailer. So, not too bad. Yeah, I saw that happening. I'm pretty sure I can still rescue it. Yep, we're good. Ooh, cool helicopter. It looks like a Yeah, that would be howitzers. Well, maybe not howitzers, but artillery for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna miss this one for sure. But that's okay. I have trouble with this delivery point, no matter what trailer I'm driving. So it usually takes me several attempts to get it. I'm not the best of truck drivers for sure. Looks like I might have this one. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, we leveled. So we can unlock high value cargo. So when it comes to cargoes, okay, I'm just going to unlock these two, then probably do the whole Jazzy Cat, the trailers, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 skill levels. So I got to go to level 10. So I'll probably just unlock Fragile and just in time delivery doesn't matter. Just Fragile will do. I don't know. We'll see. But tomorrow is probably going to be a truck showcase. But if not, and there's a decent chance I won't have it set up in time, then it's going to just be another delivery run, hopefully with a realistic economy, is what I'll be aiming for. But that's going to be it for this episode, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching this as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, this is going to be One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you.